Okay, as we can see, this is from the Bent Broadcasting Corporation. This footage is entitled from the Westminster car crash, aerial footage of the crash. Aerial footage of the crash. Well, that speaks for itself that this was a setup. Oh, for goodness sake, people. You know, I just get tired of arguing with people when I'm out, asking them to look, pay attention to the footage. It's aerial footage. What? Who has got a helicopter or a drone, some sort of high flying piece of machinery with a camera on it, videoing this exact event of this car, of this area, in anticipation, it turns out to be a reality, of this car coming down here. Don't you just get sick and fed up of people that they can't see the obvious? There is no way upon Fuller's earth that a device in the air is going to be, by chance, at this particular spot, at 7:17 precisely, picking out this car that the security forces did not know, they tell us, is going to come down here. This is total surprise. It defies belief what people will picking believe. That chance has vanished. This isn't anymore. There's no more such thing as chance. This wasn't chance, was it? How can it be chance? It's too certain. Give in. Salisbury, 2 people go down in a park. Right? Just by chance. They've been attacked by Putin. Just by chance. Well, where's the chance? It's gone. It's no chance anymore. Because as they're pigging gone down, they've gone to the sodding hospital. Samples have been sent off to their lab. Then in a later story, they were sent off to Porton Down. When, in reality, do people picked up off the ground, go to hospital, have samples sent down to their lab or to Porton Down, and the security forces informed and a press conference gathered together because 2 people, but just by chance they've got Novichok, and some months later it happens again with another couple. So again, where's chance? Where's chance in all this? It's gone. There's no such thing now as chance. There's crystal balls or something. Some bugger's telling these people that this couple on the ground in Salisbury in the park have got Novichok. So don't touch them. Just send them to hospital. Then they'll have Novichok. Same with Amesbury, that couple that went down a few months later. Same here. Right, now then. What is also wrong with this footage? It's clearly been set up because no camera device would be in this area filming this at precisely the right time. So what's also wrong here? Well, let me just point something out. Okay, let's roll the footage a minute and I'll point something out.
An aerial camera, I'm told, and we're watching this for the first time as you are.
Ambulance, crosses over. What's this doing here?
That would appear to be the actual car.
Oh, another one's joined it.
as it crashes into the barriers outside the House of Lords. I wonder if we can see that again. So these are new BBC pictures,
Right.
aerial footage. You can see again, highlighted, the silver Ford Fiesta.
Mm-hmm. Going at 50 miles an hour, of course.
Going across
Is that 50 miles an hour?
2 roads
As it deckers
and
like.
then down into that particular channel towards the House of Lords, where it then crashes into the barrier.
Right. Now then, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the Houses of Parliament, you will not have noticed this quite naturally. This here, let me just roll it on so we can get some traffic.
Let's just see that one more time.
See these cars? Okay.
There's the Ford Fiesta, driven, we now know, by a man in his late 20s who's been arrested on suspicion of terrorism offences.
Okay. You see that buzz?
So the Ford Fiesta was going to go round Parliament Square, then it crossed over, didn't it?
This is Parliament Square. You see that buzz that went that way and the cars going that way as well?
And went down
Okay.
a small road towards the House of Lords. June,
There you go. Cars
your
going
reaction to
across.
that? Well, it does.
Now, those cars are going across the side of which, the other side of the Houses of Parliament, onto what's known as Westminster Bridge. Okay? This here is the other side of the Houses of Parliament. This here is the front side. Now, they're renewing, or renovating rather, the Houses of Parliament, so this here is tarpaulin. Okay? Otherwise you'd see this type of shape and brickwork here. But this is just a tarpaulin, alright? Now, it appears that they've taken the blocks off from here. You see these blocks here? The normal situation is that these blocks continue on up to here, exactly here. And then you've got some more blocks. Now, why exactly here? Because if you look at the line here, okay, it breaks up. There's a road here. But hang on a minute, where's that road go into? Because this is the front of the Houses of Parliament. So where's that? That's going into the House of Parliament. Correct. Now, if you walk up a few yards here to this road, okay, it's only a short distance, isn't it? All right. This vehicle came down here. Okay, here we go. Came down.
And we're watching this for the...
Hang on. Can we get him somewhere else? No. I wonder why they've done that. Simple.
We see pictures
Okay.
from an area...
So, they've not shown us where this vehicle has originated from. They've just started it here, the footage. The thing about this is, it wasn't just plonked here from the sky. This road here, as we mentioned, okay, is leading into the Houses of Parliament to the car park, underground car park, where Airy Neve was blown up with that tilting bomb from the IRA at that time. This vehicle, if it were a terrorist attack, would have driven into the police here, rammed them, and carried on straight into the car park of the Houses of Parliament. He would have been armed. He would have had explosives to blow his way in through the locks on the underground car park and have stormed the building from the underground car park. Why didn't he turn to his left, smash into the open gates, because they're open. Well, one side generally is open, one side is shut. He can certainly go through, because those gates are there. And this opening is there for parliamentary vehicles to enter and to exit. And he didn't do so. He didn't do so. And this is just a brief commentary on why this footage is telling us this is fake. Absolutely fake. And of course, this ambulance flashes by. What are these two pigging people doing here? These two vehicles. That's the ambulance. That's the British ambulance. What are these two up to? Well, he comes down here.
Now that would appear to be the actual car.
Oh, that's him. Yeah.
As it crashes into the barriers outside the house.
So why did he make a sudden turn down here?
See that again.
On cue? Now, the point is, I'm just going to close with this. You see this pigging vehicle here? He pulls up. Can we get him on here? Because we've got him on the other.
These are new BBC pictures. Aerial.
Right, keep going. I'm going to get it pulled up
going
here.
Across two roads and then down into that particular channel towards the House of Lords where it then crashes into the barrier. Let's just see that one more time.
Oh, sod off. They're trying to brainwash us. Look, there he goes.
And originally it looked as though the Ford Fiesta was going to go round Parliament Square, then it crossed over, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. You've seen it, haven't you, children? It crossed over, didn't it, children?
The House of Lords.
Yes, Nanny.
Kelly, your reaction to that?
Well, it does seem extraordinary because
These pair pull up behind it. Two other things just before I close, which are obvious. Before we go on to other footage, there is no point in this person ramming his car into this. As we say, if he's a terrorist, he would have gone and rammed the police. He'd have simply come down here, smack, boosh, straight in, police flying everywhere, gates pushed to one side, car's gone in, the fella's gone to the car park, blown the pigging doors off, and got in. Okay? Secondly, there are only armed police up here. A handful of armed police. When we see the footage on the ground, all of a sudden, before the man has got out of the car, in fact he doesn't get out of the car, the car door's opened and he's basically asked to come out. The police are all of a sudden there, boosh, on site. Miracles. Armed police. Now, all the armed police, okay, that surrounded this person are supposed to have, by the rules and regulations, their weapons sealed in the back of police cars, in the boot, all locked. So they've got to get across Pigging Town here, get across here, get the stuff out the pigging back, get to this fella before he gets out of the car. But no, he kindly sits there in his car and just waits. I'm a terrorist. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait. He bargain. Ha ha. Oh, look, it's the fuzz. Percy Phil. Oh, here he comes. He's just opening his boot. Oh, look. He's got his automatic. Well, I'm going to sit here and they're just going to get me out. I'm a terrorist, you say. Hey. Secondly, you see this pigging bridge here? And we just get rid of those cars there going across. You see the shortness between this bridge and this entrance here, where in the Westminster incident, you know the Westminster Bridge, where the car is supposed to have flown down here. Well, it's only pigging yards, isn't it? From here to here, and these buggers at the gates here don't see the car here coming round, they don't hear it coming round, they don't hear the screams and the shouts and the bawling of people rushing and racing off the pigging bridge in the open sodding air, which carries the noise, and they're just standing here like dumb so-and-sos. Eh? Can you imagine? Put yourself in put yourself in this position. You're standing there. You're weaponised to the begging teeth. Right? And there's not just one of you. There's a number of you. Standing there, looking around, and you don't see and you don't hear anything yards away. Even from the pigging bridge. Because when they're standing there, there's railings here, right? And those railings carry on round. And they're open. Noise carries in air. They can also see through the frigging railings onto the sodding bridge. But not to be able to see a sodding car coming round here at about 50 miles an hour. Oh, yes. And this one came about 50 miles an hour. To come around 50 miles an hour and smack into a wall and not dent the wall or anything. And they're picking standing here. Give it a sodding rest. Equally, the media conclude with us, as they will with this, that Westminster Bridge affair was a fake. A complete and utter fake. A made-up story. The media are confirming this. You may say, where? I've not seen any news reports. No, this is the point. Ladies and gentlemen, when there is a reality, let us remember, when there is a real story, a reality, and people have done wrong, okay? Let's say a plane crash. The pilots! Oh, they go, the pilots! They must be to blame. And everybody's looking for some bugger to blame, you see. Oh, it's the pilots, they're in control of the plane, blah, blah. Oh, bus goes off the road, it must be the driver. We want an inquiry. We want an inquiry. And we want an inquiry into the children's homes. We want an inquiry on Jimmy Savile. We want an inquiry onto the royals buggering children and stealing and the solar. We want an inquiry about all this wrongdoing. And yet, when it comes to Westminster Bridge, no newspaper, no media outlet, TV, newspapers, has ever asked for an inquiry of the officers on duty here who didn't see the car and didn't hear the screams and the people rushing, panic-stricken from this bridge. No media, newspaper, TV outlet has ever called for an inquiry. If it was a real event, they would. They'd go ballistic. You can imagine the Sun and the Daily Mail and the Mirror and the rest. They'd have his front page pigging pictures, coppers on this gate here, standing with ear trumpets, taking the piss out of them, ear trumpets and Labradors, and saying these are weaponised officers who can't hear and can't see a vehicle yards away and people rushing off the bridge. Oh, they'd have a pigging field day, demanding from government these officers to be looked into. Why have blind and deaf officers been appointed to the security of the Parliament of the United Kingdom? Are we going to have the same in Buckingham Palace for those child buggerers and thieves and vagabonds? Eh? There be an outcry, but because there's no outcry, you see, it is accepted by the media that it is a fake story, that they can't go any further and demand. Because it never occurs to them in the first place, actually, to demand anything, because they're just following a story and saying, the editors and the like. We're not talking about the cameramen, not talking about reporters, not talking about those people. It's those at the top, the editors and directors of these companies. They know, and they feed the lie through the system, and it's on a need-to-know basis. Need-to-know basis.